Jackal goes mega. EverGreen goes pretty tiny. And the return of the Bassmaster winning baits from Deps. This is what's new this week at the Hookup Tackle. Welcome to the Hookup Tackle. The Hookup Tackle is the world's largest showcase of Megabass products, featuring baits and colors not found at any other dealer. The Hookup also offers a wide display of OSP, EverGreen, Deps, Lucky Craft, Jackal, and many more. The Hookup Tackle is owned and operated by family, is staffed by guides and verified tackle nerds who love helping anglers elevate their craft. If you're in the Phoenix area, we'd love to have you stop by our showroom and check out the wonderful world of Megabass and the Hookup for yourself. If you shop online, there are almost 10,000 SKUs of Megabass products alone, with hundreds of other companies and new products being added daily. So next time you're looking for that hard to find bait, that color your fish have never seen before, or maybe you just want to elevate your game, look at thehookuptackle.com. Welcome back, my friends. I am Ben Kohler with the Hookup Tackle, aka the Tackle Otaku on Instagram, being filmed by my buddy Jeff, aka Jeffrey the King on Instagram. Of course, you can follow us on our own page at the Hookup Tackle _USA. This is what's new this week at the Hookup Tackle, where we break down all the new items that have arrived, as well as let you guys know about important restocks so that you can stay on top of the trends. All right, let's jump in. Jeff and I just came back from literally freezing our nuts off in Wisconsin. We saw some beautiful country. We saw, what was that white stuff, Jeff?
It started with an S, dude.
It was actually Jeff's first time ever seeing snow. So, like, it was a really good father moment for me, Jeff. So, thank you.
Like Christmas, right?
It was just like Christmas, yep. We got to see kind of a point of view from the bottom of a ditch off the side of a highway in a rental car. Wasn't that fun, Jeff? Ice sucks, by the way. So, one thing that we could have never dreamed of wearing last week was a short sleeve t-shirt. So when I came back to the shop and saw that Working Class Zero did a special run of white in the Queen of Broken Hearts, I was super stoked. So you guys saw me talk about this before. This is the Queen of Broken Hearts t-shirt. It is now available in white. So it's been just in black previous to this, but this is an amazing shirt. There's lots of just very subtle, awesome fishing connotations to this shirt. So if you guys like Working Class Zero, you like cards, you like bass, definitely pick this up. Also, back in stock from Working Class Zero, we see the return of the 6-inch and 7-inch Citizens. These are arguably some of the best soft plastic swim baits on the market. They sell out like crazy every time we get them. Now, these are an in-store only item. So this is a Working Class Zero policy. So you will need to come into our store to get them. So if you're local, swing through and pick these up. They're available in all the colors right now, but we don't expect them to last long. So definitely get in here soon on these. Staying on apparel for a minute. As you are well aware, I am making a hat look very sexy right now. Or is the hat making me look sexy, Jeff?
No, I think the hat is definitely making you look sexy.
Well, there is a new hat release from Gan Craft Japan. I think I can talk today, Jeff. I think my mouth is still cold, actually. So, new from Gan Craft Japan is a brand new hat series featuring their cracked face logo. The cracked face logo is really just an amazing logo from Gan Craft. It's one of the cooler logos, I think, out there. It's available in 4 colors. This is a black and white. There's kind of this like cool tannish gray that I have on. There's a blue, and there's an all black. And what's cool is I have a pretty big head, that's what she said, and it really fits nice. So it fits nice and snug. It's got a Velcro closure, very comfortable. So if you guys like cool JDM styled hats, definitely check these out. It's just a one-time run from Gan Craft. So if it's something that's intriguing to you, definitely pick them up quick. Also, back in stock this week from Gan Craft, we see the return of a lot of the colors in the Jointed Claw Magnum in all sizes. So the 230, the 148, the 178, all the good colors, all the good IU colors are back. We're also seeing some new colors in the 148. So they're kind of working their way through the lineup. You've seen some of the smaller ones over the last few weeks. Now the 148 is seeing some new colors, some nice new Wakasagi and Shad type patterns. Jeff loves the the jointed claw. What is it that you love about the jointed claw, Jeff?
Well, I mean, it's an S-style motion, but you can also get it to kick pretty hard as well, so you can get a really nice reaction out of the bait. And it actually is durable, unlike some other S-style baits that we know of.
Very cool. So if you guys are getting into the swim bait game, or you're in the swim bait game, you guys probably definitely know about Gan Craft. They make amazing glide baits, so definitely check these dudes out. Also new this week from Lucky Craft is a brand new color in their Pointer 100. This is JP Bitterling. It's just a nice, beautiful, kind of natural shad color. Should do very well. It's got just a little bit of hit of color on the belly and the back, and then just kind of a nice chrome side. So new colorway for them. Excited to get this in. New from Lucky Craft. All right, a couple of very important restocks to note from Deps, Japan. We see the return of the Sakamata Shad. Now, the Sakamata Shad is Deps' fluke style bait that has been really a staple in Japan for years.
Isn't that a
That's not a Sakamata Shad. What the hell is going on around here, Jeff? You messing with me, Jeff?
Yep, I did that on purpose.
Nice. The Sakamata Shad has really been a staple in Japan for years and years and years. It has caught the U.S. by storm because the Bassmaster Central Open at Sam Rayburn was smashed using this guy, specifically the Golden Shiner color in the 8-inch. These are available in a regular version and a heavyweight version. The heavyweight version is just a higher salt content version, so it just keeps it down in the column. The Sakamata Shad essentially is basically a fluke style bait that features these very unique kind of head fins right here that allow the bait to glide very stably and always maintain its horizontal fall. So unlike a super fluke or some other baits where you twitch them and then you kill them, they kind of nose down, the head fins on this guy are going to keep it very level, and it's just an amazing fluke style bait. So it's available in a bunch of colors, a 5-inch, a 6-inch, and an 8-inch. We don't expect them to last very long, because a lot of guys have been waiting for these to arrive back in stock, but they are available again now from Deps. Also, new from Deps, Jeff was trying to mess with me by hiding one of these in my Sakamata Shads, but the Bull Slender was a release that Deps did a few months ago, and they have released several new colors in this guy. The Bull Slender is an amazing Texas rig / free rig style bait. So the Bull Flat has been a staple for ages on the free rig and jig trailer. The Bull Slender sees a thinner, longer version, still has that great kind of bull flat tail. It's a very subtle quiver, so it's a very natural bait. It's going to fall horizontally and just have a very subtle, natural quiver to it as you move it through the water. This happens to be the Golden Shiner, the same color that won the Sam Rayburn event, but it is available, as I mentioned, in a black, in a green pumpkin chartreuse, and some blue marron, some scuppernong, and of course, Golden Shiner. All right, while we are on the topic of free rig, back in stock this week is the return of the Ryugi TS Delta drop shot weight. This is the round eye drop shot weight that I use for free rig. All the colors, really these don't come in colors. What am I talking about? All the sizes are back in stock, all the way from light to heavy. The 1/4 and 3/8 are the ones that I use the most. And really what makes this amazing is it's tungsten and it's not that expensive, but it's kind of a triangular shape weight, so it just bounces and deflects great off cover versus a full round shape. So I really, really dig these. If you guys have been waiting for these, they are back in stock. Also on terminal, we see the return of the greatest nose hook drop shot hook in the world. This is the Decoy Shot Rig Worm 10. Jeff is shaking his head because we did a video a couple weeks ago where we spoke very highly of this hook and very poorly about a Gamakatsu hook, and now I have a bunch of death threats against me. So if you are using the Gamakatsu hook, stop it. Use this one instead. It's an amazing hook. I would say probably half of the touring pros are using this hook on their nose hook, so definitely a great one. So size 2, size 1, back in stock. All right, well, we're on drop shot. New this week from EverGreen, we see a release of more soft plastics. This is pretty exciting for us that EverGreen is getting aggressive again in the soft plastic market. So we see the C4 Leech. And the Leech is a really dope little finesse bait. A lot of you guys probably remember like Reapers. So the Reaper was a standard for years and years and years here on the West Coast, just because it's nice and finessey and subtle. And the Leech is essentially delivering kind of the same idea here. Let's see if I can hold it sideways so you can see. So it has a couple little appendages here that move, and it's just going to offer just a very natural movement under the water. It should become a really nice subtle bait for you guys to nose hook drop shot when it gets tough and you need to downsize and get really finessey. So check that out, new from EverGreen. Also, new from EverGreen this week, we see finally the ShowerBlows 777. So I know a lot of you guys have started to discover the ShowerBlows this year. It's arguably one of the best walking topwater baits, one that I certainly implement all the time. This is the brand new small size. So before this, the 105 has been the small size. Now we see a 77 millimeter. So this is little itty bitty baby size, but it still maintains that same knock inside. So you're still going to get that beautiful pencil popper movement. You're going to get that loud call that will bring up suspended fish and fish from a long ways away. It's only available in a handful of colors right now, but we should see this line expand as popularity expands on this guy as well. So new from EverGreen. Also an important restock from EverGreen, we see the return of all the colors in the JT pencil. Now these are available in the JT 95 as well as the JT 115. If you guys are not familiar with the JT was modeled after a balsa topwater. So they wanted to create a bait that was completely silent. So literally no sound at all. It has a little bit wider shape to it than other traditional baits. And this guy is just going to have this beautiful kind of rocking, rolling movement that's completely silent. So as we get further into the fall, and they've seen a lot of kick knockers, a lot of shower blows, a lot of baits where they have really loud rattles to them, sometimes just changing it up and throwing that nice silent bait makes a huge difference. So definitely check these out. An important bait to add to your arsenal for sure from EverGreen Japan. All right, back in stock from Jackal Japan, we see the return of some of the JDM colors in our most popular Jackal frog. This is the Kaera frog, and we also see the return of the Kaera S2 Beat. Now these are both amazing small profile frogs that still weigh 3/8 of an ounce. The Japan colors of the Kaera are going to be this kind of drip pattern. So there's a clear drip, there's a black chartreuse drip, different drip patterns that are really nice. The S2 Beat is going to feature a pair of blades back here. This guy is really designed to do less walking and more just kind of popping and making a little bit of a rattle. The original Kaera is designed to really kind of walk and cut very easily. So just a couple different approaches from Jackal in a small profile frog back in stock. All right, in new this week from Jackal Japan, we see a bunch of new colors in the Jackal Mega Pompadour. Now the Mega Pompadour is the largest Pompadour in their lineup. This is 120 millimeters long, 57 grams, so it's a big dude. Just to give you a little bit of a size comparison here, here is the Mega Pompadour compared to the Pompadour, and you can see it's substantially larger. So it's got big extended wings, it's a really thick bait, and you know that the girls like it thick, don't they, Jeff? Silence. So definitely check this guy out. It's available in a bunch of new colors. Also, staying in the crawler game for just a minute, we see the arrival finally of the Jackal Revoltage RV Crawler. So this guy is just a touch shorter in length. This is 102 millimeters, 31 grams, but a totally different style of crawler from Jackal. This guy is designed to be a dead slow retrieve, so very slow on the surface. It's designed to call big fish up that are suspending over brush piles or just in open water. And this is more of a traditional Japan style crawler where you're literally going to just dead slow move it. So the bait is just slowly quivering on the surface. I think a lot of you guys are going to dig this. I know a lot of you have been on the crawler game. So I think it's going to be a great addition to the lineups available in a bunch of colors from Jackal Japan. All right. Also, new this week from Crimson Worldwide, we see the introduction of the Black Slaughter Magnum. Now, if you're not familiar with Crimson Worldwide, this is a small kind of cult following brand based right on the shores of Lake Biwa, Japan. There are some great people behind this brand. They are hardcore fishermen. They really like to try to take a concept and improve. The Black Slaughter Magnum is a very beautiful bait. I mean, you can see the paint schemes are crazy on these guys, just tons of detail, from cracked bellies to cracked backs to scale patterns. They have a moving fin on the bottom for added sound and motion. It is a segmented bait. So staying true to that larger hard bait profile. It's 2.3 ounces, 120 millimeters. It's gonna get down like 2 to 3 meters. So it's gonna be for that kind of 6 to 9 foot range. Just a really exciting addition. I believe there's 10 colors in this guy, so check this out, new from Crimson Worldwide. All right, a lot of you guys have been asking us to bring in some of the more unusual JDM products, so we introduce you now to a company called Frog Products. So Frog develops some of the craziest, most unique fishing lures in Japan, extremely popular with collectors and anglers alike. So all of their lures are highly functional, but they're highly crazy. So they make things like robot lures and all kinds of weird stuff. But this is the Super Buzz Tagame. And essentially it's kind of a water beetle shaped bait. Features a front prop element, a couple hooks on the bottom, as well as swiveling and rotating metal legs. This is really designed as like a half wake bait, half buzz bait. It's got a really interesting look in the water. It pushes a lot of water, has great water displacement to it, and just again, highly collectible, tons of crazy colors, a handful of like colors that I think you'd fish, and then some weird stuff as well, like British flags and some craziness. So if you guys are into some of the more unique products, definitely check out what is going to be arriving from Frog. All right, back in stock this week from Megabass, we see the return of the bluegill patterns in the I-Slide 135. So we have GLX Sunshine Gill and GLX Red Eye Gill. These are two of our more popular bluegill pattern glide baits, especially in this size in the 135, because this is obviously 135 millimeter glide bait that weighs 1 ounce. It's very easy to throw on basically any type of gear, so we're excited to get those back. One is a slow sink, one is a float, so you can kind of fine tune your approach to whatever you need. Also, Halloween is coming up this week. We should see the arrival of the new 2020 Halloween baits probably right after Halloween, which is the typical Megabass MO, but we still have a handful of last year's Halloween colors available if you want to scoop them up. Now these are obviously cool baits that you could fish and catch a lot of fish on, but definitely collector pieces. This is the last of the batch. So you've got Dark Night Halloween, which is the darker black color with the bats, and then you have Halloween Pumpkin. So these are available in the Gata X and the Pop Max, as well as the Pop X, so check those out from Megabass. All right, in new this week from OSP, we see the introduction of several matte finishes in our most popular flat side crankbait from them. This is the HPF Crank Spec 2. Now, the HPF Spec 2 is basically a fully silent flat-sided crankbait that features a circuit board lip, so it has great cover deflection, and while this is a very flat bait, you notice it kind of increases in width just a little bit towards the end. It has a very wide hitting motion to it. So it is definitely a flat-sided bait that's very tight, but that tail swings around hard and creates just a unique vibration and feel that a lot of other flat-side cranks don't. So the welcome of a lot of these matte finishes, especially in some of these gold colors that I know a lot of you guys fish a little murkier water, is really cool to see from them. So check those out, new from OSP. All right, new this week for us, we introduce from OSP the High Cut and the High Cut DR. So they call this their super lively action bait. These are 60 millimeters long, about 1/5 of an ounce, and this is basically the OSP Shad bait. It's going to feature all the same things as an OSP jerkbaits and crankbaits, the honeycomb body construction, the center of gravity weighting system so that they cast and perform perfectly. It does have a tungsten internal casting ball that shifts to the back and then shifts to the front on casting, so it throws very easily. If you guys are fishing around basically any small bait fish, if you're seeing tiny little shad or tiny little minnows, this is a great option, really a finesse option for when the bite gets tough from OSP, the High Cut and the High Cut DR. Also staying in that little smaller size hard bait, we finally have in the OSP Asura 2. So this is their more finessey jerkbait, downsized from the Varuna 110. This is a 92 millimeter long jerkbait, weighs 3/10 of an ounce. It's available in all the good colors, the ghost minnows, tasty shads, the shinies, the mats, all that kind of stuff. So again, when finesse is important, the Asura 2 is a great one. It has been smoking the tournament circuit in Japan this year, so it's getting a lot of play over there, so they're going to become very hard to get because a lot of anglers are looking for them. So if you've been waiting on this guy, definitely scoop them up while we have them available. Also new for us this week from OSP, we see the introduction of the Over Ride blade bait. Now I know a lot of you guys live in these freezing cold places like what Jeff and I have been talking about, like what we experienced in Wisconsin. What's dope about the OSP blade baits is they're perfectly weighted so that you can swim it and just retrieve it like a lipless, or you can yo-yo it and it will stay balanced and stay in this horizontal position versus falling nose down. It features 3 different line ties for wider or tighter vibration, and it comes in all the same color patterns. So if you want it shiny or you want it matte finish, like what we would use on a day like today where it's cloudy and stormy, or like every day apparently in Wisconsin. I mean, do you remember sun this week?
Maybe for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, apparently there is no sun in the Northwoods, so if you guys live a place like that, these matte finishes will be great for you. So check these out from OSP. All right, another new item from OSP this week is the DoLive Stick Spec 2 in the 3-inch size. Now, I talk about the DoLive Stick a lot for my free rig and my drop shot. DoLive Stick is just an amazing kind of fluke Senko hybrid that can quiver down like a Senko, but it can also kind of dart side to side like a fluke. The 3-inch size is amazing on the drop shot. The Spec 2 is a very popular one because it's a little bit less salt. Still has the flavoring, still has a little bit of salt, but not as much salt, so it's a lot more durable. So this is the first time that the 3-inch size has been offered, available in all the standard colors. So for you drop shot guys, little Ned rig, that kind of stuff, the 3-inch is going to be deadly for you. And then to round it out from OSP, we see new colors in our favorite paddle tail swim bait. This is the DoLive Shad 4.5. So all of our best-selling colors now from the smaller sizes like Neon Wakasagi and the Pro Blues and the Wakasagis and the Limes are all available now in the 4.5. The DoLive Shad is a very subtle body rock with a pretty tight tail kick that just looks incredibly natural in the water. Fishes great by itself, fishes great on underspin, amazing on an A-rig, so definitely check that out from OSP. All right, that is a wrap. Appreciate you guys, as always, being here to watch. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comment section below. Jeff will add links to all of these products. As always, on behalf of myself and my family and Jeff, thank you very much. Arigato gozaimasu. Please remember to subscribe. Jeff, do you want to lose anything today in a bet?
You were about to not say it for a second.
I was just waiting. I was just waiting.
No, yeah,
for your
bet
reaction.
you were.
So please subscribe. We really appreciate you guys watching. So thank you very much, guys. Until next time,